Hey everyone, welcome to Sam Sports Corner episode 80. All right, everyone, welcome to episode 80. This is an interesting episode because it's the first time I'm ever going to repeat attire. I wore this same jersey in episode 65, and I'm wearing it again for episode 80, but for a specific reason. The Blackhawks are back. They had won 5 straight before tonight. They dropped one of the Florida Panthers. We did not expect them on Joe Quenneville night to beat the Panthers. It just wasn't happening. However, they're all the way back, 5 straight. We're back in playoff contention, so let's cue some Dagger. All right, that's enough of that, my ignorance. The other reason that the Blackhawks are all the way back is because number 88, Patrick Kane, has officially scored 1,000 points in the NHL. He's the youngest born American player to ever do so. He's my favorite hockey player. He's an inspiration to American kids all around the world, and he has 1,000 points, the youngest American born player to ever do it. And he is, without a doubt, unequivocally, the greatest American born hockey player to ever walk the face of the earth. I know some of my other hockey fans out there are going to argue with me, so we don't talk about hockey enough on the show. So please give me some feedback and tell me how I can prove you wrong, because you're an idiot. Moving right along, I can't tell you how ecstatic I am about the Hawks, but moving right along. The other piece of attire I have is this stylish winter hat. It's a Chicago Bears hat. And it's because the Chicago Bears beat the Packers in the NFC Championship this last weekend. And I know what you're thinking. No, Sam, you're a big dumb idiot. The Bears didn't even make the playoffs. Well, that's where you're wrong, kiddos, because the only 2 players to score points for the San Francisco 49ers, Rasheem Mostert and Robbie Gould, are both former Bears. That's right. Former Chicago Bears, right here. And they play for the 49ers now, and they beat the Packers. They beat the shit out of the Packers. 4 touchdowns from Rasheem Mostert and 13 points for Robbie Gould. So hats off to the Bears for winning the NFC Championship. Cannot wait to see you in the Super Bowl. We appreciate all your hard work in beating the Packers and making those cheeseheads feel stupid. On that same subject, Chiefs beat the Titans, and I don't know what the line is right now. But the Chiefs are going to beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. I would take Chiefs money line, and I would take... No, I'm not going to say it, because I used to say take out a second mortgage on your house, and that was always bad luck. I'm just going to tell you straight up, the Chiefs will cover the spread. The Chiefs will beat the 49ers. It's a done deal. Chiefs will be Super Bowl champions because Andy Reid deserves that congratulatory, 17 cheeseburgers he's going to eat for it. Skinny guys can't win Super Bowls as coaches. It's just not right. Moving right along, something interesting, because I was just talking about it today, and Derek Jeter, New York Yankee, so all-around scumbag, child molester, that type of human being, was voted into the Hall of Fame. And now I don't have any proof of my former accusations about him being a scumbag. I mean, he did date all of Hollywood. He gave them all a bunch of STDs. He's a gross person as far as the dating world goes. But child molester, I don't have any proof. What I do have proof of is that despite being a 5-time Golden Glove and now a Hall of Famer, partially because of that, which I'm not saying he doesn't deserve to be a Hall of Famer, don't get me wrong. He doesn't deserve to have 5 Golden Gloves. That's all because of who he was. He's a pretty boy and a golden boy, and he actually, just so you guys know, the newly crowned Hall of Famer, Derek Jeter, is statistically the worst defensive shortstop in the history of the league. His defensive run saved is a negative 155, minus 155 defensive run saved. That is unreal. Javi Baez has like 37 in his 3rd year, and this dude's at negative 155. And that's just from 2003 to when he retired. Before that, he was like a negative 97, and however they coded it before defensive run save was added to the league as a track stat in 2003. He is god-awful defensively, and so it's just frustrating to see him touted as one of the best to ever do it. He was a horrible shortstop. He had a great batting average. I mean, career .311. He was very clutch. everyone's like, oh, well, he had that one save that one time, and it was the greatest in the history of baseball. It was a great save. I get it. Watch Javier Baez highlight reel. It happens every week. So it's just frustrating. But he is in the Hall of Fame now. So hats off to him for being somehow the worst defensive player to ever play that position and still getting the Hall of Fame at it. It's unreal. It's like a bait and switch, or like, I don't know. You think you're dating someone cool and they turn out to be a serial killer. I'm not sure how to describe it, but he pulled the wool over everyone's eyes his entire career at how bad he was at playing defense. So hats off to him. He should be in the Hall of Fame for trickery, to be honest. And so we actually have some good news this week, which is great because last week was all bad news. Tim Tebow got married. That's awesome. Congratulations, Tim Tebow. He's finally not a virgin anymore, which is super cool. So everyone give him a round of applause. Tim Tebow is no longer a virgin. And I have a question for the viewers. What do you think lasted longer? Tim Tebow losing his virginity to a literal Miss Universe, like one of the hottest women in the world, or that fucking Connor McGregor versus Cowboy Cerrone fight? What do you think lasted longer? Because the Cowboy Cerrone Conor McGregor fight lasted 40 seconds, and I've got to assume Tim Tebow was able to tough it out for longer than 40 seconds. For fuck's sake, I lost $100, $100 entire dollars, which I know to a lot of you doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're betting it and it's all gone in 40 fucking seconds, it's quite a bit of money. It's jarring, considering that Cowboy Cerrone is supposedly a professional fighter, and I hate Conor McGregor, I really do, which is the only reason I bet against him. But, champ, and this, that, and the other. I mean, Cerrone's old. Okay, we have to take a second. Cowboy Cerrone has his name tattooed across his back, and I don't understand why. Like, I get they call you Cowboy, so is that like a Brokeback Mountain thing? So whatever dude is plugging you in the butthole harder than McGregor did can remember your name in the morning? I don't understand. That was the softest shit I've ever seen in my life. It's gonna be playing this whole thing. I'm gonna do a split screen, but it's so frustrating. This dude takes like 7 shoulders to the face while they're locked up, and it breaks his nose, and then he gets kicked in the head until he dies. And it's so frustrating. How do you get beat by a shoulder, dude? Softest human being alive. Softest professional fighter alive to get taken out by a shoulder. And then Conor McGregor kisses his Meemaw on the lips. Kisses Meemaw. No respect. No respect. That's, oh my God. All right. It was supposed to be happy. It was. Congratulations to Tim Tebow. Cowboy Cerrone, you're a big pussy. And you don't deserve any respect. I don't care how long you've been in the game. I don't care how many times you got back in the saddle because you lose and you get back up. Fuck off. Don't get back up. Stay on the ground and stay in your home and let your meemaw get tongue kissed by Conor fucking McGregor. Jesus Christ. Way to let Ireland walk all over the U.S. And I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed this week, and I can't wait to see you again next week. Hopefully I have happier betting tidings or something. Congratulations to Tim Tebow. Congratulations to Patrick Kane. And congratulations to the biggest fraud in the history of professional sports, Derek Jeter. Have a good night.